I'm mad my son's new girlfriend cooked dinner for us. What she did next pratt me everything I needed to know. The moment my son's new girlfriend deliberately ruined an expensive cut of meat, I knew exactly who she really was, and it wasn't the sweet, perfect girl she'd been pretending to be for the past 3 months. When Michael brought home Emma for the 4th weekend in a row, something felt different. The casual just friends from grad school line had evolved into lingering glances and inside jokes. At 28, Michael hadn't introduced me to many women, and never with the quiet pride I saw when he said, "Mom, you remember Emma? As a single mother who raised 3 children while running my own business, I've developed a decent radar for character." Emma was polished designer clothes, perfect makeup, all the right compliments about my home. Too perfect, perhaps. "She seems nice," my daughter Avo texted after meeting her, almost like she studied how to impress you. That Saturday, I suggested Emma help me prepare dinner while Michael fixed the porch step with his brother. Her smile flickered for just a moment before she enthusiastically agreed. "I'd love to. I make the most amazing risotto," she said, already reaching for her phone. "I'll pull up my recipe." "Actually," I said, "I've already defrosted steaks. Nothing fancy, just need some help with the sides." In the kitchen, I handed her potatoes to peel while I prepared a marinade. "So, Emma, Michael mentioned you grew up in Chicago?" "Yes, North Shore area," she replied, awkwardly holding the peeler. "My father is in finance." As we worked, I deliberately created small challenges. I accidentally knocked over the salt, watching to see if she'd help clean up. She did, but with visible annoyance. I asked her to retrieve items from high shelves and low cabinets, testing her willingness to get her outfit must. Minimal effort, maximum complaint. Then came the key moment. I handed her the expensive ribeye steaks my butcher had specially prepared. "Would you mind seasoning these while I take a quick call?" "Just salt, pepper, and this herb mix," I said, pointing to 3 clearly labeled containers. From the hallway, I watched through the reflection in the microwave door as Emma glanced toward the doorway, then deliberately reached for the container of cinnamon clearly labeled cinnamon in large letters and generously coated both steaks before adding the proper seasonings on top around the bicreds. She hadn't made a mistake. She'd deliberately sabotaged dinner. When I returned, she was washing her hands, looking pleased. "All done. They're going to be delicious." I picked up one steak, pretending to inspect her work. "Looks perfect. You know, my grandmother always said you can tell everything about a person by how they handle food that isn't for them." Her smile faltered. "What do you mean?" "Some people only care about food they'll eat themselves. Others treat all food with respect, knowing it nourishes someone, even if not them." I held her gaze. "Interesting that you chose cinnamon as your secret ingredient." I didn't. Let's be clear," I said quietly. "I don't need to embarrass you in front of Michael today, but this relationship has an expiration date now. I've seen everything I need to see." That evening, I grilled chicken instead, explaining that the steaks had been accidentally ruined. Emma barely spoke, and Michael noticed, shooting me questioning glances. 2 weeks later, Michael called to tell me they'd broken up. "She said we want different things," he explained, sounding relieved rather than heartbroken. "Honestly, Mom, I think you saw it before I did." Something was off. 6 months later, Michael brought home Leah, a veterinarian with scuffed boots and a genuine laugh. When I invited her to help with dinner, she rolled up her sleeves, asked thoughtful questions, and treated every ingredient with care, even the parts we were discarding for compost. They're engaged now. At their rehearsal dinner, I'll be serving my grandmother's special ribeye steaks with absolutely no cinnamon, because sometimes the true test of character isn't how someone treats people they want to impress. It's how they treat the things they think don't matter when no one is watching.